jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game. You already know we back with another one. And of course, you know, if I'm addressing something of this nature outside of combat sports topics, then there's a reason behind it. You understand me? So as you're looking at it, you know, the thumbnail, you have a lot of individuals that believe they're more important than they actually are. Real talk. Real talk. Just stick with me for a minute. Don't get frustrated. I'm not here to frustrate you. I'm just here to have a conversation. All right. We understand that YouTube has been around for quite some time, and we have a plethora of different topics that people choose and select to talk about, right? So with that said, everybody has their own personality. You know, it's people that can get on here and carry on a good 15, 30 minutes, hour. You know what I'm saying? It's people have their own genre and their own format, which they go in here and talk to their audience. Some audiences are built organically and some are purchased. Now, I always say this: if a person wants to spend their money on something to provide them with a little bit more notoriety, you know what I'm saying, when they go live and have people lightly brag about them, then so be it. You have a lot of people inspiring to be YouTube evangelists. Understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlos in the building. Salute to you. Understand what I'm saying? You have a lot of cats on here. Surf Foul player in the building. What's good? Arnold Brown, salute. You have a lot of cats on here that's striving to be YouTube evangelists. They want to act like they're talking something that nobody else is talking about, man. Like they're doing something nobody else is doing on here. And I just look back. I mean, I just look at how you have certain individuals that spent all the time and the effort. And you know, WCS did a live stream where it comes to the amount of hours that some of these channels put in doing like 2 or 3 lives a day, right? I've seen cats get on here and proclaim to be or to hold a higher status on here, a hierarchy, so to speak. And you know what it's all based off of, people? You know what their fascination is? Numbers. They're basing all this notoriety off numbers. And like I said before, a lot of these dudes, they purchase their likes, they purchase their views, they purchase their subscribers. Some of them don't. But it's just how they feel knowing that they're, you know, a lot of these cats are lying to the audience when they will say and take little shots at people and say, well, look at WCS channel. He can't get past 10, right? And I will tell you, listen, if you believe for 1 second that my subscribers isn't more than 10,000, then you're not as smart as I gave you credit for. I can't do anything about YouTube not allowing my subscriber count to increase. I have screenshots of freaking the amount of new people that sub to my channel, and my subs don't move. Whether it's shadow banning or whatever, I really don't care at this point, because I've been at 10,000 for the longest of time, and it's not because people don't watch my show. It's the fact that, you know, there's a riddle out there. There's a riddle somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Internal to an enigma, something weird and strange. You know, and I'm not the only one that talks about this, but I found out this long time ago on Facebook that they do that for some reason. So when you hear people complain about, oh man, they're not putting out my notification. Oh man, they're not, you know, they're shadow banning. I mean, that's a real thing. So I learned a long time ago that I'm not the owner of YouTube. I'm not the owner of Facebook. So when I hear these cats come over here and say, I'm the best at this, I've been doing it for this long period of time, and look at my subscribers. Look at my subscribers count and look at theirs. Okay? So, and this is my take on that. When they tell you to look at their subscribers versus somebody else's, just say me, for instance. I'm putting me in this. Putting me in this. If they, because a lot of them have did it, they quickly want to say, look, he can't get off 10,000 and all that, right? And they feel like that is one of those moments where they feel empowered to say, well, look at his numbers when he go live, and look at this, that, and the other. I'm going to testify. I can't do anything about that. But the real ones, the humans that are above average when it comes to their intellect, understand that there's no way that for me and what I know and what I haven't did, that my subscribers should still be a 10. Moving on past that. So the reason why I'm saying that, it's been people on here that have boasted about their subs being 30,000, 40,000. I've been on here short period of time than him, and you know, I got more subs than he got. One thing I know for sure is that YouTube is temporary. Social media is temporary when it comes down to people understanding its true nature. Like, you don't have influence on the format. All you doing is participating on a protocol on how you maneuver through the format of YouTube. That's all. You learn how to maneuver through the format because it's pretty easy to figure out. Now, some people's videos are more creative than others. Yes, they put in all the hours and creative work, and some people got some damn good videos out here. Their editing skills are on point. And some are basic like myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't put all that effort anymore to doing all these freaking edits and stuff like that. It's not like I can't. You know, I have some classics out there when I really want to get down to the nitty gritty. But this is my whole point in making this live stream. You have those people who have been on here for a certain period of time, and they feel like it's been like a chain of command. And we know goddamn well that it's no chain of command on here. It's all for one and one for all. It's an open freaking landscape on here. You get in where you fit in. It's just like boxing. You get in where you fit in, right? But my question is, how, if you only been on here, let's just say a good 8 to 10 years, and boxing been around longer than that, right? What happened to that motivation early on when you got on here and you was bragging and you was talking about, oh man, I'm doing these numbers, I'm doing that numbers. Do you know how many debates that's been on YouTube about people doing numbers and views and all that, but yet they still unhappy? Insanity, right? They'll tell you on how many views they got and what their video numbers look like, but they're still unhappy. Last time I checked, when somebody's in first place, they worrying about the finish line. You know what I'm saying? They're worrying about the finish line. They're worrying about staying in the lead. That's what they worried about. But there's no lead here on YouTube. There's no lead. There's been people in here that make very good revenue off here. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ones who in this boxing community, they have put in so much effort and labor, and they're claiming to be at such a high status, but they're unhappy. You know what I'm saying? They're not satisfied, bro. So I've been hearing a lot of whining lately. You know, oh, I'm done with boxing. I'm done with boxing. I'm leaving boxing alone. I'm done. I'm done. Look, I'm saying to myself, how can you be done with boxing? You're gonna leave YouTube and say you're done with boxing. Why would you be done with boxing? What does boxing have to do with YouTube? You're basically, you have access to a platform to be able to speak about this topic. You can speak about anything you want to. It don't have to be about boxing. But they'll say, "Oh, I'm done with boxing. Boxing ain't doing anything for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just frustrated with this, and this." And they act like they're taking out on YouTube so their subscribers can feel bad for them. Because, you know, some of these channels, you know, a lot of channels, if they listen to you all the time, they have some loyalty. Real talk. It's some chats out there that has loyalty. And they want to come here, certain people talk, right? But don't you get tired of these cats saying, well, they choose as they're very selective in what they engage in. And we know that the community of the YTC, you just don't come on here and talk boxing. It's gonna be one time or another when you get into it with somebody else that's supposed to be talking boxing too. That's just how it all plays out. That's what happened when you in the wild wild west of social media. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have, you know, engagement with other people that you may not get along with. But ultimately, boxing causes that type of fracas, right? Boxing causes that. Boxing in 1 minute, you know, you might have a happy medium around social media. Everybody seems to be cool and upbeat, talking about an upcoming fight, and then next you don't. And then you get the whiners that'll come over here and they up here blowing snot bubbles, talking about, man, I don't even want to talk about boxing no more, man. I don't think I'm gonna be on here much longer. I'm gonna shut my channel down. I can't do this no more. You know, they act like they have a mild case of frantic. I just can't do it, man. It's just, I get so tired of being let down, man. I get so tired of being let down. And you say to yourself, God damn it, stop doing live streams then. Every time I turn around, you're doing another damn thumbnail. You have the opportunity to quit. There's nothing wrong with quitting. You feel me? It's nothing wrong with quitting boxing. Quitting being a voice of boxing. It's not like every day you come over here, you're going through the quarterfinals, trying to make it to the semis, you know what I'm saying, and then to the finals. We don't have no brackets in the YTC. So I'm saying, shut the fuck up whining all the time. You cats that's been on here long enough and you've been bragging from sun up to sundown. And things don't go your way on a platform that you don't have control over. And you turn around and you act like you want to blame it on boxing. But really you want to blame it on what you're experiencing on your channel. That's all. If the amount of hours that these individuals put in, and let me give you a slight summation on what I did previously, okay? Let's just say this, right? That they're doing 3 lives a day, and each live consists of 2. I'll be like 2 hours. So let's do 3 times a day, and that's a total of 6 hours, right? So you take the 6 hours, right? You take those 6 hours per day and times it times 7. We know it comes up to what? 42 hours. So we have 42 hours in a work week. You know what I'm saying? We have 42 hours. Okay? Light work. So we take the 42 and we times that times 4 weeks in a month, right? We had 168 solid, gritty, grimy, freaking long standing, you know what I'm saying, low crawling through the mud, tiresome, headaches, you know what I'm saying, smiles, frowns. 168 hours. So how many months do we have in the annual calendar? We have 12 supposedly, right? Because we do live off a simulated 12 month in the calendar year, right? So let's times that times 12, and that gives us 2016 hours. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Now imagine this right here. If your channel is monetized, you get compensated partially whatever you get, because we already know the percentage that's subtracted right off the top. So you're really not getting paid your worth. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, the ones that's out here bragging, not only do YouTube get their cut, but also you have to pay Uncle Sam at the end of the year. So when I hear this melody on how people are just up here bragging over and over again on how much money they're making on YouTube, I'm saying, really? So 2016, you're really getting paid for the hours that you're putting in for this? Let's say 2024, and let's just put a nice little 10 years on that. You know what I'm saying? Let's just put a nice little 10 years on that, right? Because some people are going to put, for the next 10 years, they're going to be right here, buckled in. You know, the quitters, the whiners. Oh, I'm going to quit this. They're going to be here in the next 10 years. You know, in 10 years, they would have put in 20,000. And that's not even an accurate count. Over 20,000 hours creating videos, speaking to people that they really don't know. They just understand that they have a voice. And for some of them, they've seen their face. But as far as carrying on a personal friendship with a lot of these subscribers, no. I'm not talking about going to a fight and seeing something, hey man, so-and-so, I couldn't walk through the arena and everybody was calling my name. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the ones you really know. So you look at 20,000 plus hours, you know what I'm saying, over a 10-year span, and you look at the fluctuation in the amount of money you're making, which I don't care nothing about. And then you look at the subscriber count and you say, damn, whenever I want to join the replay game, I've noticed something. I noticed a trend that may cause them to want to quit, right? Yeah, I noticed. Hold on. I noticed when I'm a part of the replay game, I noticed that the numbers ain't adding up. Like a lot of these cats that's complain and try to establish themselves in the status quo, their subscriber count does not measure up to the freaking super chats that they get or the donations, right? And people tell me all the time, WCS, why do you even engage in the chat and they don't even respect you consistently with a super chat? You know what I'm saying? It's because you're reading the chat. They say, you know what? There's no need for me to give a super chat. And everybody has their own format. But me, I like interacting with the chat. That's just me. But at the end of the day, I'm saying to myself, you got thousands upon thousands of subscribers, but when you look at your live streams on the replay game, you know what I'm saying? I don't see if you have 45, 50,000 per se, you barely get out of that 50,000. You barely get a good consistent 5 to 10 people to donate every time you go live during the day. That means if you go live 3 times a day, those same people are at least donating something, $2, 99, whatever they donate. So I'm saying to myself, that may be the frustration right there as to why they want to say I'm quitting boxing. So they can have the subscribers give them that empathy and say, oh no, don't go. We need you. Please don't go anywhere. And no, man, I don't know what I'm going to do on a Friday when I'm getting off work. You help me get through the day. And look, I'm not going to joke too heavy on that because people have told me, hey, I wish you would go live more times during the day. And I believe it'll get better, but I'm just handling some other personal stuff, with moms right now. So I understand where you're coming from, but I'm not the one that's up here just following the sport of boxing. And I've told these individuals, I say, there's more to talk about out there than boxing. If you just want to talk about boxing all the time, good luck. You're going to drive yourself in the grave, bro. You're going to have a eulogy performed by yourself each and every time that you getting frustrated on here talking about boxing. But I must propose this. When are you all truly going to quit? I mean, is there any way you can let us know when you all are truly going to quit? Like, don't tease and try to finesse the audience and get them in a state of mind that you're no longer going to be on YouTube. A lot of you cats, you can't stay off YouTube due to your commitment already and what you given up in your personal life, that you need to make sure that check is a certain amount. I mean, it can be raining outside. It can be a swarm of locusts. You know what I'm saying? It can be a Komodo dragon on the loose. I mean, some of you dudes, goddamn doing live streams at the red light, school zones, backyard, front yard, roof, basement. You know what I'm saying? If you can fit in the trash can and the flies wouldn't be fucking you up, and some of you will do it in the trash can, man. But I'm telling you, like, do you know the variety of areas? Like who's really levitating? Who really has elevated outside, this YouTube shit? TBV is one, in my opinion, that's levitated outside and with a new platform. But there's so many other people that's saying they doing this on YouTube, and they say they're gonna do it, but only a sprinkle. I would say a sprinkle or two are actually, putting themselves in a position, having a professional environment and doing their live streams. They're taking the money that they're earning or whatever, and they're going to a place that looks more professional. Some dudes, they're getting all these super chats and they don't do shit but buy material items. They're not trying to upgrade their place to build and elevate their cast. If you're still doing shit in your home, that's not elevating your brand. Your brand is never going to do anything bigger than what it is. I be wanting to tell people, stop faking it, bro. I'm not being a hater either. But I'm just saying, like, people want to sit up here and act like they're the creme de la creme of YouTube social media. But yet they always talking about other people and shit that they don't like. You know what I'm saying? It's always some goddamn drama going on or some hating. And they'll probably say, no, you're the same way. I don't sit up here and go at people all the time. I go at the ones that have won at me. I go at the ones that deserve to be at. I just don't make up some stuff and say, oh, well, I need to do this. If you do it subliminally, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not hitting the replay game or paying attention. And then I'm going to show you some love, man. I'm going to show you that love because you taking shots at me. Yeah, for sure. Some of you niggas learn how to, you want to talk about quitting the game and all that. It's only because you're frustrated because a lot of people thought it was easy to come over here and talk the boxing shit and act like they was going to be freaking millionaires. But I'm saying, just quit. Y'all niggas can't quit YouTube. Why can you not quit? Just quit. Stop faking the people out now. Just quit YouTube, bro. Stop sitting up here, playing around like we at a board game or something. And it's a cash prize. You know what I'm saying? Like they're giving brackets at bingo. Just quit. A lot of you cats can't quit. A lot of you cats cannot quit. They'll sit up here talking about how they making so much money off YouTube. How they making so much money off YouTube. I'm talking about away from YouTube. But yet they hear every single day on YouTube. And they get frustrated and say they're going to move away and they're going to stop doing this and all this. But you back with another thumbnail, bro. Y'all are back with another thumbnail again. So when are y'all going to quit, man? I want to be at the retirement ceremony. Seriously. I want to make sure I get my custom suit. I want to be there. Please send me an invite via IG. You know what I'm saying? Just send me a soft copy. I'll RSVP. I just want to see how many of you all are willing to just shut it down. Just like Chuck D said. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. I want to know how many of you all can shut it down. Be credible. Stop goading the people into believing that you're quitting because boxing is frustrating and you're just going to shut down your channel. Hey, I always wonder to myself, right? When I hear the haters always talking about my subscribers, I'm saying, damn, I've been retired since in the early 2000s, man. I would say in the mid 2000s. I'm talking about 07, 08. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm asking myself, they always want to bring up the military. I hear people always talking about, I'm living off military pension, I'm broke and all this shit, right? But I'm saying to myself, when will you all be able to retire from YouTube? Like, what is their retirement pension plan looking like? And that's all I want to know, because you keep talking about you want to quit. Walk away from the job. They don't know you're working, except from your channel that you're paying them to basically operate on their platform. So what retirement package are you getting? We have to establish that. Shout out to Bud Don't Stop Canelo. What's good? Shout out to CJ in the building. D-Ray live on the drive on deck. That's just one of that's just, some questions that I had. Like, it doesn't require any type of administrative response. I just want to know, when I hear these cats tell their subscribers that they're fed up with boxing, you should have known when you totally commit to covering the sport of boxing, there's going to be some turbulence. There's going to be some inclement weather, like I always say. There are going to be some times where you say, damn, with all the fighters that we have in the sport, no, boxing is changing, man. You know what I'm saying? Since that pandemic and everything, boxing continues to change. A lot of people are talking about, with the Turk Al Sheik is doing and all that. But what Turk Al Sheik is doing, have you noticed? Also, the media, when it comes to boxing credentials, is changing too. So a lot of these individuals, unless you can finesse or finagle your way to always get these credentials and have a team that's willing to kiss the ass of some of these people that's head of the credentials, that's going to be changing too. Because believe it or not, going to these fights does build up your notoriety as a channel. And we found out that, some individuals that's on here, they have been to some fights. They've covered some fights. And there's some that haven't. But at this point in time, I'm asking myself, why continue to express to your audience your frustration and that you're going to quit? All you got to do is just quit, bro. You don't have to make no promises or none of that. Those of you out there that continue to run this scrimmage and tell your freaking subscribers that you're quitting, why don't you freaking just quit and give it up and don't worry about the super chats no more? Don't worry about anything. Just get up out of here. Just leave your channel, deactivate your channel, and come back another day. Take a good little reset of 30 days, right? Reset for 30 days and then come back and see if it's something you still want to do. For these cats that's continue to try to dive into somebody else financial, they sure are unhappy. Have you ever paid attention really to their words? They're not the happiest individuals. If you got people out there saying they're making all this money and they don't need YouTube, but they still here every time on YouTube. They still here on YouTube. How are you going to make appointments every day on YouTube? All of you that's unwilling to stay on the grind and you're finding out this ain't worth it. How are you making all that money and you're financially stable? But yet you complain so much about how boxing is this and that and you're going to quit. If you so-called proclaim that your status quo right now, your persona, because a lot of these cats believe they have a larger than life persona based off the YTC. It's maybe 7 or 8 people that may recognize them if they show up to a fight. You know what I'm saying? They take some pictures, they post them on the YTC or IG, the gram, and they make it seem like it's something that's never been done before. But I'm asking myself, damn, commit. Stop doing live streams, bro. Commit to retirement. Commit to quitting. I don't want to hear no money talk if you ain't retired yet. I'm in a whole nother bracket. I hear the niggas that's criticizing, and say shit, slick shit behind me, and I get it. And sometimes I meet disrespect with open-ended freaking retaliation. You know what I'm saying, on this shit. I will if I feel that it's warranted. But I'm saying to myself, those of you that's out there that feel like you venting to your subscribers that you're not satisfied the way YouTube is going in your channel and boxing and everything else, and you say, man, I don't need this. I don't want to do this anymore. This is too much. It's frustrating. It's tiresome. I don't feel that I'm getting back what I'm putting into it. That's what they always say. No shit, you ain't getting back what you put into it. Did you hear me when I put it out there? 20,000 plus hours. Now, granted, look, let me help you understand. This is not their for some, this is not their full-time job. Some of these niggas got part-time job and then they come to YouTube for another part-time job. So, look, if the YTC was to shut down, if there was been some outage, a lot of these cats on here you wouldn't see, because they would be out there in the sanitation field picking up and rummaging through trash, trying to goddamn go down to the swap meet to cash it in. Look, I made a scarecrow. I think it's worth $50. Can you give me $50 for this scarecrow? It's handmade. I'm not being mean about it, because when they come at me, I want to say, can you retire though? It's all about money, 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 money. Can you quit right now though? I wasn't 38 when I retired. I wasn't even 38 yet. I've been retired for a good minute, man. But I keep on hearing these people trash talking just because they don't like my mouthpiece and they don't like, what I put out there to the public. They don't like my delivery. They claim not to like me personally, and they never met me. I'm like, that's a lot of freaking unnecessary energy to put into something. I'm not on here telling you I'm gonna quit. I haven't stopped everything to say, well, I'm going to just direct all my focus on a platform that could shut down at any moment. And these people who is pretty much hoping and praying every freaking night that they lay their head down, that the YTC will be there when they awaken. If you're talking about 15 days, 30 days, nothing. A lot of these cats would be in dire need. So like they say, please miss me with the big boy talk. Always talking about money, money, money. And I'm bigger than this. You ain't bigger than shit if you keep on showing up. Nobody's the GOAT of boxing. Nobody, man. Nobody's the GOAT of this shit. Well, if you wanna wear a hat or a shirt or some freaking drink out of a coffee mug that says the GOAT on it, who's gonna recognize that? Seriously, who's giving you that recognition? What's the benefit of you calling yourself the GOAT? What's the benefit? Back to the ones who are steadily composing the same freaking music that they believe people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? The ones that say they're bigger than YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I don't need it because boxing pisses me off all the time. I hate it. I'm tired of it. I don't want to deal with it no more. You know what I'm saying? They done put all this hours and hours and hours. And now they're going through a compression stage where it feel like, oh, I wasn't really prepared for this right here. I thought boxing was going to improve over the years. Boxing has been here for fucking decades. Now it's transferable to people talking about it on the YTC. Everybody have different narratives. Nobody's really the same format. Everybody live streams or formatted different. Everybody's standard operating procedures are different. Everybody has their own thing. It's different. Now, it's granted, it's some people on here that's making real good money off YouTube. But I always say to myself, man, when they're assuming, right? They're assuming that someone is broke just because they want to shit on my military career. I just want to ask, what is your deductible when you go to medical? Do you have free dental? Do you have free medical? Can you just go somewhere where they provide you with the items that you need? You know what I'm saying? I mean, can you wake up on a certain part of the month and you getting paid? I'm just saying. Hold on for a second. I'm just saying, how does the current flow for you? Because when people be telling me that these individuals steadily be talking, I say, dang, they'll be the same ones out here talking about thank you for your service, or they'll have some friends that's in the service. Oh man, I love I got much respect for you, man. You're a vet, much respect. You know what I'm saying? I respect every veteran besides that WCS. I don't like him. No. Plus, he was a Marine. Hey, dog. I just have to come in here, and stand under the dark star and talk my shit sometime because people are trying to convince you they operating off bolt action when it's really a slingshot. Seriously, that's what I'm saying, man. And and the shit they hitting you with, it's not even pellets, man. It's old school. They bought up a little small piece of paper, man, put it in their mouth, make it into a spitball, and say, yeah, I'm gonna really do some damage. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna hit them with a spitball, you know what I'm saying, do a little damage. Not enough to get me in trouble though. But back to the task. As I was saying, when I hear these people talk about other people and subscribers, I say to myself, I'm all about salute to those who have built up their subscribers and everything. You know what I'm saying? However you did it, I ain't mad at you. But it comes a problem to me when you take those numbers and you try to compare it to real life employment. Like employment. Like real life employment. Like you have to think about this, right? I know a lot of you cats are not in your 50s yet. But just think about when you do venture over into your 50s, you're considered to be on the back end of your life. And considering hereditary, what you have hereditary or whatever, how your health is and how you treated your body, you really don't know how long you're going to last on the back end of your life, right? I'm just putting it out there. So just think about the ones who have committed to doing the YouTube shit and they've given up, or they may not have a job that provide them with a benefits package once they put in 25, 30 years. So some of these cats may be working to 70 years old. And I know it is going against the grain with the course of sandpaper. I understand. But my point is, I'm just trying to drive it home that you don't hear me up here really talking about people's money. But when I hear people always boasting as if that's the way they elevate themselves and respect to you, like when somebody feel that the only way they can respect me is that I sit on here and prove that I got a certain amount of subscribers or freaking viewership or something like that, I'm like, fuck you, man. I ain't proving a motherfucking thing to you. That makes no sense to me. Like, we can't dap each other up unless I got a certain amount of subscribers. That's not on your tax forms at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? That's not on your tax forms. That's not on your birth certificate. A lot of you cats, it's nothing about YouTube on your birth certificate. Social Security is not going to worry about what you got going on YouTube. They're not going to give you an extra number on your SSN and say he's a special, he's upper class, he's part of the upper class in life. So when other people are paying taxes, no, this person, he has the number. They're not paying taxes. They're exempt. Why? Because they have earned the YouTube plaque. There's people that earn the plaque and they put it online, they brag about it a little bit, and then that shit goes in the closet. How many people do you know? Just think about this. How many people do you know that talk boxing that has earned the plaque and they have that plaque in the background every time they go live? How many content creators do you know have even earned the plaque? Because they do have certain criteria. You see some people that has earned 100,000 subscribers and they go along with daily operations. You see some people that have less than 100,000, and they're trying to convince people that is more than 100,000. Oh, this right here, man, this ain't nothing. See, I may have 40,000 subscribers, but really I got 350,000 because there's other people that know me in life. So if you take the amount of people that know me outside here, man, I'm much larger than this YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck? What? What type of pistachio shell eating with goddamn almond milk shit is this? People are trying to bloviate their subscribers count to prove to the people that they hold some type of royalty on YouTube. It's stupid, bro. I mean, it's just stupid how, people believe that, God damn, man, hey, man, you really have some YouTube stars on here, man. Real talk, you just got some YouTube stars on here that's trying their best to convince the people that they are something special. They're different than every other content creator on here when they come over here and brag about how many, viewers they're getting per video, how many subscribers, this, that, and the other. You're just like, if you're sitting here doing a live stream, and I'm doing a live stream, somebody else, we're all in the same. Because if you're really making big time money, you're not on here doing a live streams consistently every day. You're missing days because you're making the big bank outside of YouTube. You'll get around to YouTube when you have to. You know what I'm saying? When you're really rocking out, you can come on YouTube twice a week, and your subscribers is gonna be waiting on you. You tell them, hey, I'm gonna be on, doing a live stream Tuesdays and Fridays. If you really so-called her or him, you really the shit. You can do a live stream 2 times a week, and your subscriber is gonna hit you up with full support, maximum support. But all I'm saying, man, just like broken glass, stop setting these people up, man. Stop trying to set them up with the constant freaking the wolf tickets, man. God damn, I'm so special. I'm making all this money outside of YouTube. I'm just here because y'all's pretty much y'all my peons. That's pretty much what they saying. Oh man, I don't have to come up here. Y'all my peons. I'm bigger than this. I'm like, if you bigger, just stop. All you do is up here saying you're bigger and you're going to quit. You never quit, man. Stop faking the funk. Stop with the wolf tickets and quit the motherfucker. Quit. That's all I'm saying. Stop with the wolf tickets. It's enough out there already, man. Quit. Prove that you can get off. You can stay off YouTube. Let's do a challenge. Let's stay off YouTube for a full week. Don't do one live stream. You cats up here talking about you making all this money and you got more than one channel. I thought you making so much money. What do you need a second channel for? And the crazy, just the super insane part about it is that the YTC is just like boxing. Think about it. In the end, the YTC is just like boxing. It doesn't provide those who participate in it a retirement plan. It doesn't have no package for you. So the smart ones is out there with a full-time job and really making the shit happen. I salute you. Because those are the individuals are going to be celebrating. They're going to be like, hell yeah. Man, I'm 2 years out from retirement. I just can't wait. Damn. I've been waiting for this moment. And depending on how you manage your funds, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to retire comfortably and be able to afford it. Won't have to go and get a part-time job somewhere. But that's just where I'm at with it. Because I'm not going to go on no tirade about, these hating ass people that will talk shit about people in the service like it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But you talk to somebody in the service, they'll tell you it did matter. It don't matter if they did 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? They got something from it. They got something from it. It's really no set year. Like, yeah, it's really good to get to a retirement in the military. It is. It's real good, but it has limitations at a point too. The longer you stay on, the more duties you have to fulfill, the more missions you have to go on. You know what I'm saying? And you do break your body down. It's a sacrifice. But I always had people tell me that's what you signed up for, so don't complain about it. All right, cool. But just think about the 5 to 10 year plan in 2034. Those individuals that's up here trying to convince everybody that they are the creme de la creme of YTC, and they keep teetering in and out of the freaking bounds, out of bounds, and saying that they trying to decide whether they want to stay in the game or just be on the bench as onlookers and see if something special is gonna happen with the YTC. It's not gonna get any better, man. If you had part ownership in this, then cool, you living good, but that's not the case. So just go along with the plan like everybody else and stop trying to fake the funk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people sit down here like they Big Willie or something. Everybody's out here on the YTC. Everybody has a different bank account. Everybody has their different freaking agenda. I mean, the itinerary that they have to go through every week. Everybody's shit is different. But I just don't like the faking and shit. I don't like when people put other people down and try to say, I'm better than you because of what you don't have on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? My level of respect for you as a human is based off the amount of viewership and subscribers you have. That's all I'm saying. I don't like that. Shout out to the MACKMOBB. The Mac Mob is in the building. What's good with it, B Mac? Salute to you, brother. Shout out to Christopher White in the building, man. Who is the GOAT on YouTube? Who's the Michael Jordan? Hey, I would like to know, man. I would like to know who is claiming to be the greatest of all time. Shout out to Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens in the building. What's good with you, Reggie? I'm just trying to find out, you know, who is basically deeming or who is crowning that individual as being the GOAT. And what do they get? If you're saying you're the GOAT and you feel you did everything that you're going to do, then what is the benefit after this? When are we going to see you leave? Where is the ceremony going to be? How can we attend the ceremony? How can we contribute to the ceremony? Super chats? A bouquet of flowers? Gift cards? You know what I'm saying? How can we contribute, donate to your retirement from the YTC? I can tell you, like, right now, it ain't happening, y'all. They're not gonna retire. They're gonna keep on pushing and pushing and pushing, pushing. You know, going through software apps, renewal. Goddamn thumbnail creation, doing the same shit I do. The same shit, bro. The same shit. Real talk. The same shit I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Creating content, creating, you know, finding a topic that suits you and going out here delivering the order of information for the day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's order of information is different. But please just chill with the finessing of the audience and acting like boxing ain't shit. And this is the only reason you have a channel. If you are a intellectual human being at this point in your life, you should be able to talk about something other than boxing. You know what I'm saying? For Reggie, for instance, I will give it to him. He consistently talk about other topics other than boxing. I mean, he can take you to space and he'll take you to the freaking current events. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why his sub count has risen. I mean, not everybody that you just can talk about current events, talk about other topics that you have to have more than common knowledge about. You know what I'm saying? For people to tune in and say, okay, that's interesting. You know, and then you have, I seen B-Mac over there talking about fantasy football the other day. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You have the option to speak on other shit. But people get so uptight. You know what I'm saying? They butt cheeks puckered. They got them veins popping out their neck, man. They're up there. They're so tied in and complacent to say, well, most of my viewers come from boxing topics. So therefore, if I talk about something else that's not boxing, I'm not going to get the average that I need. Every freaking day for some of these cats, it's an average that they need to go to going on live every day. So they're not comfortable with talking about other stuff because they're not knowledgeable on other topics. They can't, you have to be special and able to carry on a conversation with your audience for at least an hour to be able to hold the audience. It don't matter how many people in your chat because they have the option to hit replay. You feel me? You have the option. I asked, when is the retirement ceremony, content creators? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to retire, or you're going to get up out of here, all you have to do is leave. That's all. B-Mac said, what's good, OGWCS? I'm done as well. I'm retiring from the Mag Mob as well. One love to the chat. Appreciate y'all. Hey, man. Hey, man. You know, hold up. You got to do a freaking panel first. I'm saying you got to give them the Ventures Mag Mob panel, man, before you get up out of here. Hey, and you already know what the average hours have to be. It has to be a 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10-hour freaking live stream, dog. Hey, the live stream has to be a finale, bro. You know what I'm saying? It has to be the ultimate finale, bro. You know what I'm saying? W says, do they take a cut off your Cash App? Do they take a cut off your Cash App? No. No. If you make on your Cash App, I think it's something like 10 grand or something, you might get taxed on your Cash App. But no, they don't have nothing to do with Cash App. People hit, look, the ones that hit you on your Cash App, because people hit me on my Cash App, and I appreciate it. Shout out to Conquest, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Conquest for your $25 donation. I appreciate you, brother. One love to you, man. Thanks for your support all the time. It's people, you know, that hit me on the Cash App, Christopher White, you know, Haynes Legacy. You know, so it's a lot of people that'll hit you on your Cash App. And that's to say the YTC is not taking the money off the top. But not everybody has Cash App. Not everybody feels Martin King Boxing. Salute to him. You know, he be donating on the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Shaw News. I mean, it's a lot of people. So, you know, some people give you Cash App because you're able to get all that money. Whereas the Super Chats, they take their percentage. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. Shout out to Jessica, Boxing Queen in the building. That's how it works. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm truly if I donate the channels I rock with, I'm shooting them a cash app. Cause to me, they're getting all of it. They don't have to worry about waiting till the 20th. They just get the money right then. And if they want to cash out, they can cash out. That's all. That's all. That's how I look at it, bro. Sir Senior in the building. Salute to you. I'm not retiring. I'm the Bud Crawford of this two-time undisputed for division boxing channel. Pound for pound, these guys not in my rankings. Hey man, let them know, man. Let them know, man. You just waiting on the belt, dog. You just waiting on them to ship you a new belt, bro. Real talk. Christopher said, thank you, W says. That's all I need to know. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is at the end of the day. Some people base everything off, the monetary earnings. And though it's good, I'm actually happy for people who's able to earn any way of living. Seriously. It's not everybody's out here living the life where they got a stable job. You know what I'm saying? There's some cats out here in their 30s, they still ain't locked in and for tenure to work towards retirement and everything. And look, truth be told, I be wishing them the best, man, because I know people like that. I know people that's in their 40s and they ain't locked in. People in their 50s, they're not locked in to a job with benefits. They're just working a job. They just working a job. You know what I'm saying? So, I wish that they get on their feet, because when you get to a certain point and you start coming down with ailments and you have no residual income, it's tough, man. This generation that we got right now, a lot of these cats are not even getting jobs. They just doing YouTube videos all day, every day. They try to come with content. They see the money that's coming in. They say, okay, I'm working my own hours. But what if YouTube shut down? I mean, some cats got it good. They locked in with TikTok. They making money on TikTok, IG. You know what I'm saying? Facebook. They collectively got their shit going on multiple platforms. But even with all of those platforms, it's not a retirement package. It's not a retirement. Those platforms are taking money off the top, and also you getting taxed at the end of the year from Uncle Sam. And you want me in my 50s to say, ooh, I need the low crawl and glass and gravel? Running from freaking spitting cobras? Just to be the ultimate YouTuber? No, it's not going to happen, brother. It's not going to happen. Real talk. Shout out to News by Shaw News Sauce Experience. On deck, Team Tucker official in the building. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. They full-time tubers, no benefit packing. Talk to them. I mean, listen. You know what I'm saying? To all the haters that be over there on Shaw News Channel, just think about, you probably gonna be tuned in when he finally retired too. I'm just saying. Imagine how much time you're gonna have to hate when he retires and have more time to put into, coming on YouTube whenever he feels like it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the ones who have jobs with benefits and working towards retirement. Salute to them. The shit today is extremely expensive. The economy is different. This generation right now is getting ran over, walked on. They're not the most outgoing, initiative, goal-orientated generation. They're not. They're not. Real talk. They're just not it. It's going to be a struggle. Just like it's going to be a struggle with some of these people if something ever happens on this social media structure that we have. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be tough, bro. I don't know if y'all was tuned in or not. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, right? But once again, it's just rumor mill that's out there about names is floating around. And I know y'all been, trying to tug along on the Triple G fighting Crawford. I don't, that fight's not gonna happen. And it doesn't at this point in time. Yeah, even though Triple G has a couple of losses from the same person, I don't think it'll do Crawford any good to even fight Triple G at this point in his career. Truth be told, it don't make any sense to me for that to happen. Um, Now, when it comes down to see what's going to happen post fight with Canelo Edgar Berlanga is interesting. I think that is very interesting at the end of the day when you process them now throwing and Billy into the equation. You know what I'm saying? And Billy's performance against Sergey Deryanchenko now has people saying, "Oh man, he's the most dangerous." You know what I'm saying? Okay, man, I swear the way they be spreading that icing on the motherfucking topics over him boxing is incredible, right? Now, just in Billy, nobody was talking about in Billy facing Canelo. He goes in there and fight Deryanchenko, who wasn't undefeated, is not undefeated, who's been in big fights and came up short, and he didn't lose. You know what I'm saying? The way he lost for a lack of effort. You know what I'm saying? But I seen him in tougher fights. That's all. I seen him in tougher fights, man. But now they trying to put in Billy. You'll hear topics change up. So and so's in talks with this. So and so in talk with that. People saying, "Oh, why you shitting on Joseph Cordina?" I say, "What? Me shitting on? I don't even know Joe Cordina. I'm trying to understand why he's fighting Shakur, and I understand. Okay, Shakur's getting a bag. Appreciate it. I don't have no criticism because boxing is a business. So if you want to get the bag, man. Get the freaking bag. I'm just trying to find out what else going on. I know, like we heard, Schofield has been making his rounds. It's people that agree and disagree with what he's saying. I've been having umpteen amount of people comment on the reaction that I did, and they have their thoughts. Now I didn't go at nobody in particular, but himself, I don't know the guy like that, but it just seems like he has a server of information from his experience in boxing. That's all I can say on that. I'm not gonna do a live on him and Greg because that's a bit more personal and something that's messy for me to get involved in that. They know each other. A backstory when Floyd was fighting in the amateurs. That's not for me to do a reaction on. No, I'm gonna stay away from that. But I can do a reaction on this because it was quite interesting when it comes to the ranking system and how people feel about Floyd amongst other popular name fighters like Keyshawn, you know what I'm saying, Abdullah Mason. All of these young bulls have been having superb performances. But one thing I want to address to my black people, one thing I want to address to you, you're so quick to always call each other homosexuals. You always want to call somebody gay or something like that, right? So I hear people talking this shit about freaking Floyd Schofield Sr. just because of the way his tone of voice but I'm telling you, you would not say this shit to his face, man. Y'all are so quick to call a nigga gay But yet you'll sit up here and laugh at somebody making a TikTok video that's doing suspect type behavior, as long as they ain't black. If anybody else do it besides somebody black, it's okay. But if a black person come up here and do some shit, then they suspect. They fruity. They dye their hair. Oh my God. They paint their nails. Oh my God. They, regardless of them saying what the message is. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's plenty of people. Like Dwayne Wade said, yeah, y'all gonna talk shit about Noah Lyles. He painted his nails. But Dwayne Wade is much more deeper, what people think. But I'm just saying, in general, you see Dwayne Wade, dude don't walk around here like he's suspect or anything. I know he grew up with a lot of sisters, but y'all gotta be careful with sitting up here tagging these dudes. And I always want to say, oh, he's the mommy and the daddy. You wouldn't say it to the man's face. I believe he'll slap the taste out some of you cats' mouth that's talking that gay shit. They always want to be quick to call somebody gay, a homosexual. Y'all loosely say that too much. We place a stigma on ourselves as people. We can't even go out here and have some fun and act a fool like we used to without somebody saying you're funny. You know what I'm saying? Why I need to show you who I'm dating? Why I need to tell you what I'm doing in the streets? How many of these niggas put their wife on a freaking live stream? Nigga, I've been married already. I don't need to tell you what I'm doing in the streets. Are you crazy? Ask anybody who knew me in the Corps and ask them, did they know what I was doing? Ask them what happened when we was in other countries. They'll tell you. To think that you have to validate yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to validate yourself to some of these cats. They don't understand, man. They don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Being married for almost 20 years, putting all your life investment in the kids and making sure your family good to go. And just being the man you're supposed to be. That takes a lot of fucking effort. But this social media shit has just went out of control because you got people out here faking this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just faking it. You got some real fake ass cats out here, bro. You see them in person, they don't keep the same energy. Now I know boxing is pretty much running on freaking run flats right now. Like the only, the big time fighter we looking at, Shakur Stevenson's next fight has finally came out. He's gonna be on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be on undercard, and people's talking about him being on the undercard. Hey, as long as the man is getting a check, it's cool. And I think I have that freaking fight card now. Let me put up this screenshot. I think I screenshotted Shakur Stevenson. I could have sworn I screenshot. Yeah, it is right here. That's going to be, from my understanding, the undercard fights, which, people kind of crapping on it, but it's not bad. Like Fabio Wardley, man, he always come in there and put on a show. Chris Eubanks coming off that Liam Smith, Zara Maida. I believe Sarah Maida, he is coming off, if I'm correct. I have to look it up before I guess. I'm not even gonna guess on that. Then of course Shakur Stevenson, and it's always good to see Ben Whitaker with his new evolutionary, new generation drunken master type style. Ben Whitaker has his own type of fucking style, dog. You know what I'm saying? His he doing his own thing. You know what I'm saying? Who's better between him and Emmanuel Augusta? I'll say him right now because Emmanuel Augusta did get hit a lot. And then, of course, you have Sky. She's returning. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you at with it. Maybe that will build up a little bit and get you hyped. But if you haven't heard, Jarrett Hurd and Jason Rosario battle to a draw, dog. Just think about this. I'm not laughing at them because they are going into the ring. And Jarrett Hurd's a good dude, man. I met him in person. But just think about when it was hot. You remember when Jarrett Hurd is unified champion 154? I mean, incredible. Like, he was the dude. Like, they used to talk about how big he was, man. I remember him fighting freaking Eris Landy Laura. I was like, damn, this dude is a big 154 pounder, bro. Good dude, but the only knucklehead, Jermell Charlo, always used to disrespect him. But he never fought Jarrett when he was freaking champion. So Jarrett goes in there and gets the fight finally with J Rock, and J Rock had the fight of his life, bro. I mean, he couldn't have been more punctual and accurate. He couldn't have been so pinpoint with his shots, man. That was one of the best J Rocks I've seen. And then J Rock goes in there and fight Jason Rosario, and he gets stopped again. And Jason Rosario goes back to the guy who should have fought Jarrett Hurd. He fights Jason Rosario. And Jason Rosario started doing the percolator. Here comes the percolator. And then after he beat Jason Rosario and picked up the title, he goes for the WBO and have 2 fights. So now these two, who was in that whole mix-up, this entire mix-up, they battled to a draw. Wow. Unbelievable. They battled to a freaking draw. Let me get some agua. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. And that fight is going to be in Riyadh too. All right. So let me look up something right quick. Yeah, they finally put Joe Cordina up on Shakur Stevenson's BoxRec. So we finally getting Bivol and Beterbiev, 2 undefeated fighters, man, for undisputed. And you remember at one point in time, Mauricio Sulaiman from the WBC was freaking vocal about not having this fight. He was making it all about world politics. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't going to have this fight. And all of a sudden it's going down in Riyadh. I wonder how that happens. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we know the sanctioning bodies. There's a whole lot of exchanging and grip and grin and secret handshakes and shit. But this is going down in Riyadh. And I don't hear no Mauricio Sulaiman complain about his WBC titleist. But Bivol and Beterbiev is going down, y'all. October 12th. It is going down. And like I told you, man, it's a pretty decent card. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty decent card. Let me check out Zerameda. Is that him? Yeah, he came off a draw. He came off a draw. That's what it was against Abel Mena. He came off a draw. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Real talk. Swift Hurd cut a draw tonight. Yeah, for sure. Turkey said that the fight was only rumors and he had no interest in Triple G. Good. Because we don't need to see Bud fight somebody that's older Triple G and they criticize. I've been tired of the Bud Crawford criticism. I really want to look forward to the young group of lions on the hunt right now. I really want them to just be the focus of attention. And that's about to happen. It's just, I believe somehow, some way. Hey, Conquest, salute to you, man. I definitely I said thank you for the dance super chat, my brother. One love to you. Much appreciated. Much thanks for the cash app, brother. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, I wouldn't want him to fight Triple G, but yet I'm more interested in the new the new guard pulling up and taking watch. I'm ready for the new guard, man. We have so many 20-year-olds that's on watch right now. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of young lions that's there. You know what I'm saying? Even the early 30s. Okay, we're gonna say if you 30, 29, 30, right at 30. We got the young lions out there, bro. We got some big fights on the horizon with Tank. You know what I'm saying? This whole 135-pound division. You know what I'm saying? 130, see what happened with that. I mean, we need to see who's going to fight who at 140. I've said the same thing. 147 is like somebody put a jack-o'-lantern out there on the porch. You know what I'm saying? Look, where did the fire go, bro? I'm like, where did the fire go with 147 pounds? Have you heard any information yet? Like the only time people get sparked is when it's off the damn the strength of another fighter's name. Where is the buzz at for 147? Where is it? They lit a lantern and put it outside. Well, we'll leave the light on. Welcome to 147 pounds. Don't worry, we'll leave the light on. Who's fighting who? That's supposed to be the Impact division. You can't tell me all the criticism that was going on in one fighter, and then they finally fight. All the hoopla, we waiting on the rematch, and now y'all don't want to talk about it. What happened to all the freaking energy, man? These fighters have to talk in between fights. They have to, let it be known, man. Why nobody talking about Boots potentially fighting Korean? Where's all the criticism for that? I know he don't have anything to do with it, but the IBF is bringing this dude back up for the mandatory. It's insane, man. Preposterous. He's gonna have potentially Korean, and he ain't gonna vacate the title. He's not gonna vacate the title. So Korean is gonna be on his resume twice. You want to see that? Jesus, man, it's crazy. And then we got the fight we wanted, August 3rd, unification. Now we waiting to see what's gonna happen with Fundora. We want to see. We got Tim Tszyu and Bakaram locked in. See what happened with that fight. We don't know what's going on at 160. And then at 168, we got the Edgar Berlanga seeking he do something no other fighter has been able to do in the last 5 fights. Let's see. Let's see if he's able to shock the boxing community. No, if he beat Canelo, it will be a shocker. It will be a world shocker. I ain't gonna lie. Seriously, if Edgar Berlanga goes up there and defeats Canelo Alvarez, it will be a shocker. I ain't gonna lie. I can't hold you. It's gonna be a shocker, bro. Them ninjas fake Geraldo Rivera. Cigar Talk come in and lap them ninjas. Those dudes be the main ones gay. Yeah, shout out to MD Mills, man. Salute to you. What you been up to, bro? What you been up to, man? I'm seeing you in a minute. I know you be moving. You be in motion. The Corey Holcombs of the world ain't fooling nobody. They be too heavy on tossing out the gay accusations. Yeah, man. And we got a bad habit of calling motherfuckers gay just because we don't know shit about them. But then you say, okay, me and you go out and let's see. That's the old shit we used to do. I just think that's so played out. But a lot of these cats will not roll out with you to do something like that. They're not confident. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these cats, if you say, "Hey man, let's go up here," you get your girl, and I got my girl, and and you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna go up here and see who get the panties first. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these cats never really, had sexual intercourse with the lights on. Seriously. Oh, cut the lights on. Cut the lights on. I mean, cut the lights off. They run and jump under the bed, and the girl still standing up there butt naked. No foreplay, nothing. I'm just saying, dog. The mother get up and use the bathroom and be holding the pillow down. Hey, I'll be back. I'm just gonna take this with me. I'm gonna be respectful. Y'all just finished fucking. They tell me I'm just gonna be respectful. I'm gonna put the pillow. I swear, dog. Come on, bro. These dudes talk so much, man. Like they be really pulling women out here, bro. Man, I told you, man. Oh my God, man. I don't mean to get off topic. Jesus Christ, man. Where's Tank? Is he back in America? Yeah, yeah. They came back from Paris already. You know what I'm saying? They came back from Paris. They came back from Paris already. And man, you know what I'm hearing over there, man. That Olympics was trash. The living conditions over there was bad. All that shit, man. And those individuals who swim in that freaking water, man, I can only imagine what they came down with when it was all over. Cause that shit had a high level of bacteria, and they had to goddamn get it to a point where it was suitable for humans to swim in that motherfucker. We talking about triathlete. These fighters need to call each other, shake hands, and send a contract. Let's get these fights going. I agree, man. I wish it was that easy. I wish that was that easy to administratively complete the process, but it's not. That's why I say I'm tripping on people that sit up here and complain about, what the Turk is doing. I mean, we have a 135-pound division that has so much star power, future star power in it. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't seem like none of these cats are want to fight each other because they're waiting for the perfect time. Now, you tell me if I'm off the mark. I always use this now. You can't say that someone's not ready. You can't say that someone's not ready when Teofimo Lopez fought Masayoshi Nakatani for a title eliminator, bro. He went in there with 13 fights and fought Masayoshi Nakatani, who was 18-0 for a title eliminator, bro. Beat him and fought Richard Comey with 14 professional wins and beat him in his 15th professional win in his career. And then got Lomachenko with his 16th professional fight. And these cats up here, no, I ain't fighting them to up the road. How did T.O. do it though? How can he go in here and fight a pound for pound guy? How? It's possible, man, for you to maneuver through these sanctioning bodies. How was he able to get the title shot with Richard Comey with only 14 professional fights? 14, y'all. I was talking yesterday on how Floyd has 17 and Abdullah Mason has 15. And only one of those fighters is ranked. So when it comes down to the politics of boxing, it is some magic, some hocus pocus that goes into this shit. You do have to be aligned with certain individuals to get you through the rankings. You do. And plus, you have to get them 10 rounders, man. You ain't gonna get no damn secondary title without fighting a 10 rounder. You gotta fight a 10 rounder. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. But remember, T.O. went in there for a title shot, bro, with 14 victories now. 14 freaking victories. 14 victories, man. And you got dudes with 20 wins, 25 wins. Good Lord. We got dudes with damn near with 10, 11, and they're saying they ain't gonna fight potentially someone that can be a nice rival with them. I'll fight them up the road. When? It's not guaranteed that you're gonna be up the road in the same division. The YTC matchmakers, promoters, managers are in an uproar. Maybe they need to get off YouTube and send some fighters some term sheets instead of drinking wine and venting in front of the computer. Hey man, don't you dare get in, grab a hold of their wine now. They're going to take you to the constitutional rights. They have the right to drink. They have the right to consume a certain percentage to get them to an inebriated state. Don't you dare talk about their rights. Don't you dare. They would tell you they have the right. You know what I'm saying? They have the right. You hear people talking about, Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. And they want to always talk about who ducked who. You know what I'm saying? A contract. You know what I'm saying? A contract. No. Just like Sean News just mentioned. Term sheets. If they don't agree to the term sheet, a contract will not be sent. Come on, man. People just be making, they send them a contract. Send them a contract. Term sheets, man. Remember the title. Term sheets are something that's real. Term sheets are real. Seriously, term sheets are real. Term sheets are real. Why they gonna send a contract and the terms are not agreed upon? Real talk. But y'all hold down. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game, man. Hold it down. Continue to support the channel. It's about to be Thursday real soon. I wish y'all nothing but the best out here. Be safe. Continue to strive to be the best. And those you content creators that's always talking about retiring from YouTube, just hit me in the DMs and ask me, I'll be able to donate my time. What do you need me to do? Do you need me to draft up a freaking write an article on your retirement? You know what I'm saying? I'll do that for a small donation. You know what I'm saying? But just go ahead and leave. We're tired of hearing those of you that is gonna quit, or you're bigger than the YTC and you here every day on time. You feel me? Every day on time. But y'all hold it down. Be easy.